Welcome back to our channel, Exposing the Great Australian Government. This particular video is going to be one of the most controversial videos that we have done to date, but the truth must be told. Our video will give you, the people, an in-depth explanation on how these political parties have taken full control of the state governors. We will be using Queensland as our example on how these political parties have taken ownership and total control of all state governors. We would personally like to thank Dick for uncovering and educating us on exactly how these traitors and criminals are pushing forward with their republic, their sovereign, independent and federal nation. We believe that this is one of the most important pieces of the puzzle that needs to be seen and comprehended by every Australian. So please help us show the rest of Australia just how corrupt all these political parties really are by liking and sharing the shit out of this video. And we know this is a very dangerous situation that we are putting ourselves in, but like we said, the truth must be told, as this factual official government documentation proves exactly what Dick has uncovered. Remember, treason has no sunset clause. The Nuremberg trials after World War II. Before the end of World War II, the Allies suspected such a defence might be employed and issued the London Charter of the International Military Tribunal, IMT, which explicitly stated that following an unlawful order is not a valid defence against charges of war crimes. And that's exactly what's happening right now. War crimes. There is one really important thing that we have overlooked while making this video, and that is that since these political parties have taken control and ownership of all the state governors, that in turn removes royal assent. It is now state assent or government assent. They have overthrown the crown, which is treason. Let's get into it. So you better strap yourselves in. Ready for this ride.
Chief Justice, I wish to inform you that I have been appointed Governor of Queensland and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by commission, under Her Majesty's signed manual dated the 19th of May 2021.
Alright, let's have a look at this Government Gazette then, this so-called proclamation. Alright, so your proclamation and your Gazette has got their public seal of the state on it. Queensland Government Gazette. Extraordinary. Published by authority. Really? It's interesting. Volume 388. Monday the 1st of November 2021. Number 48. A proclamation. By Her Excellency the Honourable Dr. Jeanette Rossetti-Young, PSM, Governor in and over the state of Queensland and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia. Now let's dissect this, shall we? These documents have been printed and enlarged for visual purpose only. Here is a copy of the Commission for a Governor that has been approved and sent back from the royal authorities in the United Kingdom. The signet on the top of these commissions that come back to the Commonwealth of Australia with the royal coat of arms, the lion and the unicorn, which is the authority. When it arrives here in Australia, these so-called politicians and political parties in their state parliaments then cover the royal signet, the lion and the unicorn, with their public seal of the state. which when first used was in 1991 on Acts Interpretation Amendment Act 1991, Act number 30 of 1991, which was an extremely blurry copy of our lawful public functionary seal that these traitors and criminals finalised with their BS assent on the 5th of December 1997 in their Statute Law 1997 Miscellaneous Provisions Act. And remember that all states have done and are doing the same thing. Now, to prove what they have done by covering the lawful authority, the lawful royal signet with their public seal of the state, we have pages 369 and 384 of the Hansard Queensland Legislative Assembly document, where it states from our lovely Peter Beattie, the maggot, on the 28th of February 2003, he states, upon return of the Commission to Queensland, our Queensland, an original state under our primary law, I will countersign the Commission and arrange for a meeting of the Executive Council to seek approval for the public seal of the state to be affixed to the Commission. Now that in itself is treason. So what an absolute tyrannical sack of dog shit. So then on the 11th of March 2003, in this same official government document, it states that Mr. Peter Beattie, yesterday, being the 10th of March 2003, the Governor in Council, it was attended by 1. The Deputy Premier, Terry McEnroth, 2. The Leader of the House and Minister for Education, Anna Bligh, 3. And me, being Peter Beattie, approved that the public seal of the state be fixed to the Commission. Now let me just tell you again, these 3 approved this public seal of the state that they created and finalised in 1997. These 3 pieces of dog shit, they're definitely not honourable, took it upon themselves and approved this to go on top of the Commission, to make it their Commission, which in turn they take ownership. So now they control the state governor. So once they've attached and covered up our lawful seal, the lawful signet of the royal family, which cannot be touched, cannot be changed, they have fixed theirs, their public seal of the state. So this is their Commission now. They've taken ownership, right? This belongs to them and their Queensland. So look at the seal. It's the public seal of the state. Take note where it says copy of the Commission, because they can't show us the original as it has the royal signet on it, the lion and the unicorn, as it will show that they have and are committing treason in doing this. Come on, people. When are we going to wake up? It's all in black and white.
So, well, that's not a signature, is it? Whereas, Her Majesty, now just remember, this one's going to be an important one. This one will come up right at the end. So, Her Majesty, right, has been graciously pleased to appoint me, Dr. Jeanette Rosita Young, PSM, to be Governor, which is their definition of Governor, in and over Her Majesty's, right? So remember, Her Majesty, remember it for the end, said state, which is their state, of Queensland, which is their Queensland, and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia, which is their definition of Commonwealth of Australia as their sovereign federal independent nation. Now, therefore, I, the Governor, aforesaid, do hereby notify, proclaim, and make known that I have this day taken the prescribed oath, really, before the Honourable, well, there's nothing honourable about any one of these maggots, Catherine Ena Holmes, AC, the so-called Chief Justice of Queensland, which is their Queensland, their Chief Justice, and that I have assumed the office of Governor, their Governor office, of the said state, their state, accordingly, given under my hand and seal. Remember, here's their seal, their fraudulent copy, at Parliament House, Brisbane, this 1st day of November, in the year of our Lord, which is their Lord, their God, not the God, not our God, 2021, and in the 70th year of Her Majesty's reign. Her Majesty's come up again. You're going to love the one at the end. By command, Anastasia Pile of Shit. God save the Queen. So their God to save their Queen of Australia, remember, just writing on a bit of paper. So let's go down to the next page. The following commission passed under the Royal Sign Manual and the public seal of the state of Queensland, which is their definition of Queensland, appointing Dr. Jeanette Rosita Young, PSM, to be Governor, their Governor, of the state of Queensland and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia. Remember, their Commonwealth of Australia, not ours, theirs, is published for general information. Look who's Anastasia Pile of Shit again. Wow. Copy of commission, Elizabeth R. Well, we all know what Elizabeth R means their Queen. Copy Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, their God, Queen of Australia. Well, we know where that comes from, don't we? 1973. Thank you, Gough Whitlam. And her other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth, which is their definition of the Commonwealth of Australia. To our, which is theirs, trusty, well, I don't think it's too trusty, well beloved, I don't think you're too well beloved. Look how many people you may take the jab. Unreal. Dr. Jeanette Rosita Young, Public Service Medal. Ooh, that's another interesting one. We will get a bit deeper into that one too. So, greetings. 1. We do, so they, the government, by this our commission, which is their commission, under our sign manual, which is their sign manual, and the public seal of the state of Queensland, their Queensland, appoint you, the said Jeanette Rosita Young, PSM, to be, during our pleasure, so during their pleasure, our Governor, their Governor, in and over our state. So they're saying it's their state, not ours anymore, theirs, of Queensland and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia. Remember, their definition of the Commonwealth of Australia is a sovereign, independent and federal nation. Totally and that far outside of our primary law. Nothing but criminals. With all the powers, rights, privileges and advantages to the said office belonging or pertaining, or appertaining. Now, next page. This is the last page, so we're getting to up to the really fun part. Alright, number 2, and we, which is they, them, the government, do hereby authorise, empower and command you to exercise and perform all and singular the powers and functions appertaining to that office. 3, and we do hereby appoint that so soon as you shall have taken the prescribed oaths and have entered upon the duties of your office, this our present commission, so their commission, shall supersede the commission, which is another fraudulent commission, under their sign manual and signet. It's sickening. Just to think of how much trouble these maggots have gone to try and overthrow our primary law, just to take control. You've got to be some evil, dirty scumbag. Nothing but a piece of dog shit. The most useless thing on the planet. So, bearing date the 11th day of February 2014, appointing their trustee and well-beloved, the Honourable, Dishonourable, Paul de Jersey, nothing but a traitor to the people. Number 4, and we, the government, do hereby command all and singular our, so their officers, their ministers and loving subjects, I don't think there's too many of them, in their said state, so remember it's their state, and its dependencies and all others whom it may concern, to take due notice hereof and to give their ready obedience accordingly, given at our court, which is their courts, remember, they've already taken over the courts, they own the courts, of St. James, this 19th day of May 2021. Now just remember this part, Her Majesty, Anastasia pile of shit, because they bring it up in the video, which you'll see very shortly. By Her Majesty's command, Anastasia Palace shit, Premier of Queensland. So is she the Queen of Queensland? Makes you wonder. So commission appointing Jeanette Rosita Young to be Governor of the state, their state of Queensland, their definition of Queensland. When are we going to wake up, people?
I now request you to administer to me the oath of allegiance and of office.
Ms. Morgan, would you please read the commission?
Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of Australia and her other realms and territories, Head of the Commonwealth, to our trustee and well-beloved Dr. Jeanette Rosita Young Public Service Medal, greeting. We do, by this our commission, under our sign manual and the public seal of the State of Queensland, appoint you, the said Jeanette Rosita Young PSM, to be, during our pleasure, our Governor in and over our state of Queensland and its dependencies in the Commonwealth of Australia, with all the powers, rights, privileges and advantages to the said office belonging or appertaining.
Let me show you. You see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Yes. I see.
And we do hereby authorise, empower and command you to exercise and perform all and singular the powers and functions appertaining to that office. And we do hereby appoint that so soon as you shall have taken the prescribed oaths and have entered upon the duties of your office, this, our present commission, shall supersede the commission under our signed manual and signet, bearing date the 11th day of February 2014, appointing our trustee and well-beloved, the Honourable Paul de Jersey AC. And we do hereby command all and singular our officers, ministers and loving subjects in our said state and its dependency, and all others whom it may concern, to take due notice hereof and to give their ready obedience accordingly. Given at our Court of St. James's, this 19th day of May 2021, in the 70th year of our reign, by Her Majesty's command, Anastasia Palaszczuk, Premier of Queensland.
Do you want to get that open? Dr. Young, would you please take the Bible in your right hand and take the oath of allegiance and office?
I, Jeanette Rosita Young, do sincerely promise and swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II as lawful sovereign of Australia and to her heirs and successors according to law. And I will well and truly serve Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in the office of Governor of Queensland in the Commonwealth of Australia, and will duly perform the functions and exercise the powers of the office according to the best of my ability, skill and knowledge. And I will, in all things associated with the office, duly and impartially administer justice in Queensland. So help me God.
Okay, just a little added note to remember. In this video, I say it's theirs. This is correct, but we need to show you that they are using selected parts only to deceive us. As their commission is now 3 pages, we need to remember one main factor while looking at their documents, especially something as important as a commission for a governor. The first page is their Queen of Australia that they created in 1973.
The 1988 Constitutional Commission that was released to the public, and because no one reads anymore, it has gone unnoticed. And then we have their public seal of the state, which was created in 1991 and finalised in 1997, is then put over the lawful signet, which in turn makes them, the political parties, the monarch, the authority, the ruler, the dictators, the tyrants, whatever you want to call them. Then on page 2, some of the information on the next 2 pages after the words copy of commission is from the lawful commission received back by the United Kingdom authorities, sent to the Parliament of Queensland, not Queensland Parliament. Did you take notice of the last 6 words I said? Parliament of Queensland were the first 3 words. This is what is under our primary law, which is lawful. Not Queensland Parliament were the last 3 words. This is their corporate Queensland, not our Queensland, same as their Queen of Australia, just writing on paper. We are all being deceived and conned into thinking that we are still a constitutional monarchy. This is why this factual information needs to be seen to be believed. Unfortunately, we are not a constitutional monarchy any longer. We are at the end times for these political parties that are pushing through their sovereign, independent and federal nation in a geographical sense, where they won't need to ask you for permission. You will be the one asking for their permission. You will be told what you can do, eat, sleep, buy, travel, meet. Your whole life will be controlled by these evil, low-life, parasitic pieces of dog shit. And yes, that is my opinion of all of these so-called politicians, and anyone enforcing their treason onto the people is in that boat as well. My wife explained this commission simply by saying 2 queens. Queen number 1 was our lawful queen, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of our other realms and territories. Queen, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith. Queen number 2 is their Queen of Australia, created in 1973, just writing on paper. We're all being deceived and conned into thinking that we are still a constitutional monarchy. Unfortunately, we are not. These political parties are pushing through their sovereign, independent and federal nation in a geographical sense. It's time to wake up, people. Our future generations are relying on us. This was a huge education for us, so we are hoping that it makes sense. It was a little hard to get our heads around it, but thankfully it has sank in. Dick has been very patient with us while we learnt. I suppose it's only evil, tyrannical scum that want power and authority over another human being. I've had to change my whole thinking processes just to try and understand how an evil brain works. So the 2 queens, Queen 1 and Queen 2. Remember, Queen 1 is our lawful queen. Queen 2 is their queen. So because they've got their public seal of the state on the top, it is their queen. So it's Queen number 2. So we'll go down to here, page number 2. So here's the copy of the commission. So everything that is from our queen. That is from our queen. But because they have put that on the top, their public seal of the state, it's now under them. So it's now their queen. And we can do the next one, which is 3. And we do hereby appoint. So we again, and we, and they're all right. This is all from
If it was on the lawful document, it was from our Queen. But because they've claimed it, it's now their Queen. As you can see, they've changed everything. By the grace of God, Queen of Australia. It should not be Queen of Australia. They're changing and deceiving the people. It's time to wake up, people.